and captions. All right, so we got some questions. Let me go ahead and turn the large gallery on so I can see everybody. And looks like we got a few questions in 110. I take attendance every day. I don't know how I'm missing attendance. I take attendance every day. I don't understand that. All right, so we got 2.6, 2.3. Let me get rid of this. Yeah, we got questions all the way down. So let me do a filter, sort by subject. And therefore it will put them in order. There we go. All right, the first question is 2.2, 43/8. 2.2, 43/8. And first of all, is it a test question? This one is a test question. So I've got a horizontal shift of 1 to the right and a vertical shift of 0. So I'm going to clear this. Where's clear? Clear. And I'm going to do a horizontal shift of 1 to the right. That should be 1 to the right. And hit save. And that should be it. You got to be careful with that dial. Sometimes it's very sensitive. So you got to be careful with it. Sometimes you'll be on 2 and you think it's 1. So just be careful with it. I don't mind this one, but that one with the 1/3 in parentheses and them saying that one is not a good question. This one is okay as a test question because it's short and sweet, and all you got to do is move it one place to the right and maybe a few places up or down, depending on if there's a number outside the parentheses. So that's pretty good. I don't mind that question. Next question.
Yeah.
Next question is 2.3, 19/4. 2.3, 19/4. Is this a test question? Yeah, this is the question I was telling you about. This is the one that's wrong no matter what. Please mute your mics. Don't forget.
Sorry, I was about to say, I couldn't remember if you said this was the one that was
Yes.
wrong in there or not. So, okay.
Yeah, this is the one, and I wish I could take it off, but you already started the homework, so I can't. So the correct answer here, I'll do the correct, but I'm not going to say that this is the right. This question is not correct. So the first one is x squared. Let me clear this. Okay, the first one is a square function, and you have a vertical shift of 6 down. So -6, and it's not working. And save. All right, so there's your first one.
The new Hot Wheels Warthog does anything.
Okay. Mute, please.
It can betray. Cool. Become a danger to
Who is
yourself.
that?
Fucking awesome. Stop playing with your sisters.
Really? Okay, so x squared -6, it says wrong. Oh, they wanted the whole thing. I'm sorry. So let me do it again. I'm sorry. Well, there's the answers, but these answers are not correct. All right. This question is a bad question. So I just want you to try to get it right. But if not, I will make amends on your I will make amends on putting points on your homework after everybody's turned it in, so I will make everybody's right, okay? So that being said, let me go through it. I'm gonna try to do it again. Let me do a similar question. All right, here we go. The first one has a vertical shift of 2 down. So vertical shift of 2 down. And save. This one is 1/16 x squared. So 1/16 is going to be your stretch. So I'm going to put a -2 for your vertical shift. And the horizontal stretch is 1/16. That's the correct answer, Miss Yoakum. They're going to say it's wrong, but that's the correct answer. Because you can't do 1/4 because it's not squared. You got to square that. You got to square that x too. That is not correct. So I'm going to save that. And it's going to look like that. And they're going to say it's wrong. And this is 4x, and 4x squared, 4 is making it narrower, but you still got the -2 right here. And the vertical stretch is 4. And that right there is the correct answer, Miss Yoakum. Those are the correct answers. But they're going to mark it wrong. And I can't remember. Does anybody remember what we did to make it right? See, they're going to mark it wrong.
I can't remember what numbers it was that you put in, but you put in the right numbers. But I remember we laughed because the graph looked almost identical.
And yeah.
Did you need to put in 1/4 instead of 1/16?
1/4 and 2.
Right?
Yeah. 1/4 and 2. So I don't know. Can I go in and fix it? Let's see. Yeah. Put in a 1/4. Let's see, a 2 here. And it still marks it wrong if I'm not mistaken, doesn't it? And a 1/4 here. And it marks it wrong, and it tells you that your answer is the same as, doesn't it? And so,
Yeah. Because
and now check it.
I had graphed it.
Now it says it's right. Go ahead. What?
When I did that problem, I had graphed it, and then I tried to like copy the graph to the computer, and it didn't matter what numbers I put in, it kept marking it wrong.
So just look at it this way, Miss Yoakum, it's not going to be on the test. Because that question is not mathematically correct. I don't care what they say. They can say it's not. You cannot. This is not right here. 1/4 x is not a parabola. You don't have a parabola until you distribute that 2. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? You don't have a parabola here until you distribute that 2 with the power rule. So I'm going to agree to disagree with the book on this one. And this book, now yesterday we typed in or yesterday meaning Monday, we typed in the 1/4 and the 2 and it said it was wrong. So y'all figure it out. I'm not going to worry about it because I'm not going to put it on the test. But Miss Yoakum, that's your, that you don't have to worry about it being on the test.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. This one is 2.5 5320. 2.5 5320. Oh my gosh, this is a stair step. And I won't put this on a test, but it's a stair step. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up. Okay, I'm going to hold on a second. Snip. I'm going to snip this. Give me a second. Save. Capture. Yes. Okay, pull up my whiteboard. I'm going to try to do this. Y'all just bear with me a second. New. And I'm going to insert picture. Downloads. It didn't save what it said it was going to save. Hold on. There we go. And I'm going to try to draw a nice graph for y'all. And this is called a stair step. And you could actually type this in your calculator. And I don't know if I remember correctly how to do it, but I'm just going to draw it by hand. Please, if y'all will let me do it. Let's see.
I think I figured out last night how to do the piecewise in the calculator.
That's fine. You just got to use parentheses. I'll try to show y'all how to do it in just a second. All right, so I'm going to take my handy dandy. I'm going to try to do this. Let's see if we can. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, this says 0.7 from 0 to 1. 0.7 is right here from 0 to 1. And we have a open circle on 0 and a closed circle on 1. And then 0.92 from 1 to 2. And then from 1.14, and then 1.36. Y'all just have to use your imagination. I'm doing the best I can. And 1.58. Well, that's 1.5, we'll say. There's your piecewise function. And you can see that each one has an open circle on the left side because of these guys. Open circle. And these guys, closed circle. And I don't know what they're going to ask, but what do they ask on this one, Miss Abigail? They just ask you to draw it? Okay, I'll find out.
I think it's the domain, but it's like each individual.
Yeah.
Like a domain for each one.
So the domain technically would be from 0 to 5. That's the domain. Yeah, 0 to 5. Because this, hold on. This black one overtakes that one. This black one overtakes that one. This black one overtakes that one. And this black one overtakes that one. So technically you can't use 0, so it gets a parenthesis. So 0 to 5, and you can use 5, so it gets, because it ends with a closed circle. So your domain is 0 to 5, because this one cancels this one. This one cancels this one. This one cancels this one. And this one cancels this one. As far as being used. 1 is used, 2 is used, 3 is used, 4 is used, 5 is used. 0 is not used, so it gets a parenthesis. That's a test question, although I don't put many piecewise functions on the test. And I don't know if they're going to ask anything else, but let's see if they ask something else.
I'm glad you don't, because that's probably my least favorite thing
Yeah.
thus far.
Now, what is the range? Well, let's look at the drawing again. The range is going to be from 0.7 to 1.58. That's going to be the range, but you got to look at, it looks like to me, no, you can't say that. That one is going to be from 0 to 0.7, and then 0.92, and then, so 0.7, 0.92, 1.4, 1.36, and 1.58. That's the domain. So you have to list all of these. That's the domain right there. That should be it. So I'm not going to list all those, but I would say probably if you were going to list it, oh gosh, you would have to actually, hold on, I'm trying to get the mouse back. I'm not going to list all those. Oh, you could do it right here. You could say 0.7, comma, 0.92, comma, 1.14, comma, 1.36, comma, and 1.58. There you go. All right. So it could be a test question, but more likely not. The test questions that I put are the ones that I showed you. That's the piecewise functions I'll do, where you have part of a function and then you have another part going up. I'm sorry I don't have my camera, but I don't know what they've done, but that's why another reason. I like to work from home because my equipment works, theirs don't. So 2.6, 23, 11. 2.6, 23, 11. Is this a test question? Yes. And I'll do this one on the whiteboard. Okay, so first of all, make sure you talk funny and you put your pinky up when you're writing. Please mute. All right, so f of x is equal to that, and g of x is equal to that. F plus g, so that's going to be 7x plus 4 plus 2x minus 5. And 7x plus 4 minus 2x minus 5. And 7x plus 4 times 2x minus 5. And divided by, I'm going to put up here, 7x plus 4 divided by 2x minus 5. F composed of g, so I'm going to rewrite F with a big set of parentheses. And I'm going to rewrite G with a big set of parentheses. And here I'm going to plug in G, so that's going to be 2x minus 5. And here I'm going to plug in F. And there is your 5 answers. So 7x plus 2x is what? 9x. And 4 minus 5 is -1. 7x minus 2x is 5x. 4 minus a -5 is 9. 14x squared minus 35 plus 8 27, somebody check my math.
That's right.
Minus 20, y'all check my algebra there. (14x minus 35 plus 4). 14x minus 31, check me please. 7 times 5 is negative 35 plus 4. And that's 14x plus 8. So that's going to be 14x plus 3, I think. Somebody check my math or my algebra. Y'all check those last two for me. 2 times, that's 14. That's 8. 8 minus 5 is 3. 14, 35, negative 35 plus 4 is negative 31. I think I'm right. What do y'all think?
Yes, sir. I think that's right.
So let's type in the answers and see what we get. Hold on. So F plus, give me 9x minus 1. And we feel good about ourselves. The domain is all real numbers because anytime you have x to the first, x to the second, x to the third, x to the fourth is all real numbers. Oh, come on, I got to type all that in. Oh. Negative infinity, comma, positive infinity. I'm going to see if I can copy that. Nope, can't copy it. All right, next one. 5x plus 9. 5x plus 9. And all real numbers. Negative infinity. Well, my something's not working. There. Negative infinity, comma, positive infinity. (14x squared). 14x, shift up arrow, square, shift right arrow, and nothing's working. 14x, shift up to shift right, 27, sorry, plus 20 minus 27x minus 20. And again, that's going to be all real numbers. Oh my gosh. Why can't they just let us type in an R? Negative infinity. I'm sorry, I'm bitching. Positive infinity.
My 2-year-old was waving at everybody.
Okay, hey. I can't see, but I mean, I can see, can't see me. All right, fraction, and that's going to be 7x. Now this one is a fraction, so your domain is going to be different because you can't have 0 in the denominator. So 2x minus 5, you're going to have to set that equal to 0. So 2x minus 5 is equal to 0 plus 5 be 5 halves. So negative infinity, comma, 5 halves, union, oh shoot, union, and you got to use this U right here, it'll mark it wrong, parentheses, 5 halves, comma, I'm about ready to quit, to infinity. close parentheses. F composed of G is 14x minus 31. That's all real numbers. You know, I don't do this for anybody. Y'all lucky I'm doing this. Usually I just say the heck with it. Negative infinity.
I
Comma.
appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all are a good class. We ain't got to be DAs in this class. 14x plus what? Plus 3. 14x plus 3. And that's going to be all real numbers also. Negative infinity. There is something I like about this, and I'll tell you in just a second. Negative infinity, comma, positive infinity. Can anybody tell me something about this question about the domain? It's all real numbers except for when you have a radical or a rational, meaning a fraction. If you have x to the first, x to the second, x to the third, x to the fourth, x to the fifth, and so on, it's going to be all real numbers. But if you have a fraction, which is this right here, or a radical, the domain is going to be affected. Write that down. Unless otherwise, unless there's some directions or the teacher tells you different, most of the time, x to the first, x to the second, x to the third, x to the fourth, x to the fifth is going to be all real numbers. The only time the domain is affected in algebra is when you have a rational or a radical function. So I like this test question because I think it's a little bit tedious. They could have put an R right here. They could say, or put R for all real numbers, and it would have been a whole lot easier to do this question. Don't y'all think? I think so. It's them Russians. All right, so that's 2.623. And I know I got to hurry because some of y'all are going to start spontaneously combusting. This is 2.6. Okay, 2.6535. 2.6535. I just did that one. It's a radical. Now I'm going to go through and do it, but I'm not going to type in all the answers. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. So let's do this one. No, this isn't the same. It's it just asks you to do composition. So it's a good test question. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write F with a set of parentheses, and that's A. B, I'm going to write G with a big set of parentheses. And C, I'm going to rewrite F with a big set of parentheses. And what am I going to plug in for A? I'm going to plug in G. Thought I did one of these the other day. Might have. What am I going to plug in for B? F. And what am I going to plug in for C? F again. So what happens to these two guys? What happens to the radical and the square? Somebody tell me. They cancel, Hubert. That's right, class. The answer is 1 minus x. And x to the first power, all real numbers, negative infinity to positive infinity. This is the square root of 1 minus x squared. So you're going to have to set the denominator equal to 0. 1 minus x squared is equal to 0. Negative x squared is equal to negative 1. X is equal to 1 positive or negative 1. And I told y'all to put it on a number line. and check those numbers. 0, 1, -1, and 1. And wasn't it between -1 and 1? Somebody check my notes. Didn't we find out that it's between -1 and 1 that you can use those numbers? So the domain is -1, and you can use -1 to 1 because it'll give you 0, and you can take the square root of 0. And then this is x to the 4th. And what is the domain of any number, any x to the positive number? All real numbers. I think I did that one in class the other day. Somebody look in your notes, or one like it.
I think
Yes
you,
or no?
yeah.
Okay, so you got 2 to look at now. Yeah, that's a concept. Use your notes to help you do the homework. I need to start telling students to do that. I'm being a smart ass, I'm sorry. Today is Smart Ass Wednesday. Next, I'm trying to get through. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. 2.673. 2.673. F composed of G, and then you plug in a 7. So F, I'm gonna draw a big set of parentheses. So 3 times X minus 1. I'm gonna plug in G, X squared minus 3. 3x squared minus 9 minus 1. 3x squared minus 10, and I'm going to plug in 7. 3 times 7 squared minus 10. 3 times 49 minus 10. Let's see. 3 times 50 is 150, so I'd say 147. Somebody check it. Is 137. Somebody tell me what time's class over so I don't have to look it up. Isn't it over at 10?
We got 2 minutes. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna try, since I'm not taking the roll, I'm gonna try that last problem. Let's punch this in. I'm gonna try that last problem so it won't hold any of y'all back on the homework. This is 137,
Thank you.
and let's try to get that last problem done. And this is 2.6777. And all of these compositions are functions. Now this is the difference quotient. Remember, I'm gonna start you on it. I'm gonna have to start you on it because some of y'all are gonna start spontaneously combusting. So I'm gonna rewrite, and I don't know if we've covered this or not. Have we covered this? The difference quotient, have we covered it? Because I get y'all mixed up with the 109 class. Have
I
we
think we
covered
did
it,
do this
calling it
problem
the
on
slope?
Monday.
Say again?
I think we did this problem on Monday because that's the one I signed.
Okay, well, that's -7 parentheses squared plus 8x. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm gonna fill it out and y'all can do the algebra. Just give me a second to fill it out. 7 parentheses plus 6, and that's in that color. And then regular color, we'll do aqua. That's f of x, which is -7x squared plus 8x plus 6. And there's a minus symbol right there, and all that over h. And then you plug in, we'll do that in a magenta, x plus h. Hold on a minute. X plus h. And now you just do algebra. And I'm going to do that next step for you. And we're going to do it in a orange color. That's gonna be -7 times x squared plus 2xh plus h squared plus 8x plus 8h plus 6 plus 7x squared minus 8x minus 6 all over h. And then you're going to distribute that. And then you're going to see stuff cancel out, and you're going to cancel out the h's. And look at your notes and look at the video from Monday. You said we did that Monday? Help you on that one. All right. So when y'all get back Friday, we might be finishing up and starting to get ready for a test. So I'll see y'all Monday. Y'all get out of here so I can get this next class going, and y'all have a good day. See y'all Friday, okay?
See you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.